Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and we're looking at a rather splendid game today called IK+, and it was released on all systems, but the Amiga one is my favourite, so there. So yeah, we're going to have a look at the IK+, or International Karate Plus, which has got everything you want for an amusing couple of hours of beating the hell out of your friends, legally. Yes, I'm not sure what's happened to Red. He seems to be stunned. I'm playing as White. And the idea is to basically get as many points as you can, and if you come in the bottom of the scores, then you are out. However, the other two can do what they like and they still stay in. I think Red seems to have bugged out, although he's righted himself now. So yeah, this is just a ton of fun to play. So we'll get stuck in with the graphics first. I mean, it's just, what a great looking game as well. You've got nice backgrounds, animated backgrounds. You've got the fighters themselves, which are absolutely great, and with a plethora of animations. Think Barbarian, but with a few more odds and sods included. You have to excuse, I'm just trying to get used to the controls again. It's been a long time since I've played this game, but this has been on my agenda for quite a long time, and I've just completely forgotten to do it. So yes, there you go, some entertaining kicks there, and yeah, that's what you get for not paying attention. Blue just punches you in the back. So yeah, once you've done a couple of rounds, you get bonus rounds and all sorts of stuff like that as well, which is great fun. In fact, here's our first one. Basically, just left, right, up, down, and deflect the balls, so to speak. Yes. This game is so much fun, and it's great because it's actually multiplayer as well. So there, first model. Oh, there's a head. Great. How to get a head in karate? Well, hey. Anyway, yeah, graphically, it's very nice. I mean, it's kind of simplistic, but it works. You've got a lot going on. Oh, got laid out by a ball to the face. Hey, ladies. Okay, so, yeah, so we're playing as White, and as you progress through the points, your belt will change colour as well, which is nice. So you basically do go up the grades as you fight, which is nice. Oh, that was a lovely timed kick to the face of Blue. Yeah, and you've got a plethora of martial arts techniques to use at your disposal. Now, each kick or punch is worth a certain amount of points depending on how you execute the move. So if you kick someone in the back of the head, it's not worth as much as if you kick them in the face, for example. So you can see at the top we've got our little dot meter, so that's your points. You can see that I've scored 2 points in this bout. Blue has scored 2 points and Red has scored 4. So if me and Blue draw, then we stay in. But if Blue gets another point and the timer expires, then I would be out. But thankfully, Blue didn't get any more points, so I'm still in. Woot woot. Okay. Right. So second bonus stage here. We need to kick bombs off the screen. And literally, it's just a case of getting that timing right on the tip of your foot to kick them off the screen. It's very good for practicing these little mini levels, which is quite cool. Bonus points as well. So if you kick bombs off the screen, you get more points. You get 100 points per bomb kicked off the screen, or at least kicked. I'm not sure if they have to actually exit the screen, but if they do blow up, then they leave shrapnel behind. Oh, I just walked straight into said shrapnel. There you go. Now let's talk a little bit about the controls. Now this is quite clever because you've got your standard sort of up does your back flippy thing, and then you've got a plethora of other moves as well. So ducking down will give you that foot sweep, and then sort of diagonals will do stuff as well. Now pressing the fire button opens up to a whole new selection of techniques as well, which is great. See, I've gone up to yellow belt now. Oh yes, right in the right in the back of the head, Blue. So yeah, the fire button and doing directions as well will give you a whole new amount of techniques that you can have access to, which is fantastic. So lots and lots of things to discover, which is great. There's a few hidden secrets in this game as well. Try pressing the T button a few times and see what happens. You can also type in swear words, but be careful because if you repeatedly put swear words in, it will reset the game. Aha! You see, it frowns upon profanity, but it will sort of chastise you for the first time. But just be careful. Yeah, just experiment, have some fun. Let's have some laughs. So you can see Pac-Man in the background. Well, he just disappeared behind that bench in the back, but yeah, keep out little Easter eggs like that. Just keep an eye out. Now the sound quality on this is great. I think a lot of it's been taken from Bruce Lee movies by the sound of it, which is brilliance in itself. I'm not sure why there's severed heads. That's a bit weird. But yeah, so every ball that you deflect gives you 100 points. There's another head. Gives you 100 points. And that will all go towards your belt colour. So yeah, you can actually grade by doing these bonus levels. Gotta say, the joystick's very yeah, reactive. It's very sensitive, so there you go. But yeah, this is just fun. Now yeah, you can play, I'm not sure if you can play all 3 players as human players, but I know you can play 2 at least, which is quite amusing. With a multi-tap you should be able to play with 3, but I can't remember to be sure. But for a martial arts game, this is good fun. Anyone remember Way of the Exploding Fist on the... I think the Specky it was on. I think it was on a plethora of different machines actually. And then there was Fist 2, and then there was IK Plus, which is just... That's nothing to do with those two, but yeah. It was totally written on the Atari by Archer McLean. You might remember him from doing the... I think was he responsible for Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker as well? I think he was. Another game that was quite good actually. So there you go. If you haven't played IK Plus, by the way, then I implore you to go out and play it, because it is such a good laugh. And I think you will have tons of fun beating up the other players. And the other players go up by grade as well. I've just got to green belt now. You see red had gone up to purple belt, which is quite cool. So the NPCs actually level up as well, which I think is really quite a nice little system there. Because they didn't have to do that. They could have just relied completely on you. But then you'd be beating up novices and stuff. But yeah, you can go all the way up to black belt, which is great. And the game is basically never ending. So just keep on going up the ranks and see what you can get done. And it's a lot of fun getting there, I can tell you. I don't keep going Irish for some reason. But IK Plus is one of those staple Amiga games that you just have to have in your collection. Now, it runs better on a A500. But it does work on the 1200, but I found it to be a bit glitchy when I tried to do it for this review, so I changed to the A500 and it worked perfecto. So I would recommend using the 500 and a joystick in the port. Any joystick will do, because as you're probably aware, I think the Amiga was able to support Mega Drive pads, so if you've got one of those knocking around, you can use that. Otherwise, use a cool joystick like the Competition Pro or a Cheetah, one of those. Anyone remember, talking about joysticks so very, very quickly, anyone remember the Cheetah Bug? I had one of those. It was a great little joystick actually. Sort of, you held it in your palm, the fire buttons are at the front, and then the stick on the top. Absolutely fun bit of kit, and if you haven't seen one before, go and Google it, because it's a nice bit of kit, and it was a fun joystick to use at the time. But everybody had their own preferences for joysticks, so there we go. But this game's great fun for doing tournaments with your friends. You can do a one-player tournament where you see how many points you can get rising up the ranks, or you can have a two-player tournament and see who can actually outlast the CPU. Yes. But all in all, this is such a fun game to play, and I think if you like martial arts games anyway, then this is kind of up your street. Even if you don't, this game's a lot of fun. So just plug it in for the fun factor. I'm out now because I've just got the lowest score out of the three of us. Boo! And I've just got my purple belt as well. Anyway, the playability on this is fantastic. Just lots of fun, hours of play, and it's just one of those games that grips you instantly. And the fact it's got a good sense of humour as well, that also helps a lot. So yeah, but like I said, try pressing a few buttons around on the keyboard and see what happens. Not everything has a use, but some of it does. So there you are. There you go, like that. So yes, that's the T button. The trousers come down. Oh yes. So yeah, you can kind of cheat. If you've got a friend sitting next to you on the keyboard, get them to repeatedly tap the T button, and the trousers will continue to fall. Oh yes, but be careful because your own trousers will also fall. So be careful. I love the music in this game, absolutely. What's probably outstanding for me is that it's a very, very well composed bit of music, and it really adds to the atmosphere of the game as well, which is just ace. And replay value, you're going to come back to it time and again just because it is a lot of fun. And yeah, it's just a great sort of arcade type beat 'em up. and it's one of those games that is a kind of a very good staple part of the Amiga gaming. And I think if you want to play it, then go for it. But play it on the Amiga version, because I've always found it to be the best one. It was released on the Game Boy Advance as well, but I'm not sure if it was any good. So that might be something I might have to add to my list of things to look at down the line. But we will certainly have a look later. But anyway, yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed today's review. Anyway, it's a good little game, and it's only one disc. So yeah. Once it's loaded in, there's no further loading, folks. You're in, and you're in to stay. And to kick ass all the day! I'm sorry, that was really bad rhyming, but never mind. But yeah, the bonus stages make it good fun. Nice little break from the fighting. And all in all, yeah, this gets a high score from me. Because, well, it's as good as I remember it being back in the day. So, that's clobbered in the back of the head by a stray ball. We've all been there, folks. No, we haven't. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes of footage, and hopefully you'll... I'll put the volume up a little bit for you as well, so you can get immersed into the game. And then once you've finished with the review, then please go off and get the game. Have a go yourself. Let me know in the comments how you get on. Has anyone actually attained black belt in this game? I think I did it once, but it was that was quite a gaming session to get there. But always try different combinations. That's my advice for this game. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. You guys have yourselves a wonderful Tuesday afternoon, and I'll be back tomorrow with another piece of gaming history. Yes. And I'm not sure what system it's going to be on yet. I haven't even decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to trawl through my collection now and see what I've got. But needless to say, it will be either good or bad. And it will be on either a console or a computer. Ha! That keeps you guessing, and it gives nothing away. Anyway, guys, you take it easy, you keep it retro, and as always, I've been Rich, this has been the Retro Revival Show, this has been IK Plus on the Amiga, and I bid you farewell, my friends. Ta-da!